Hi, this is the Professional Amateur Hour coming to you with another review. This week, I checked out PIRANHACONDA, and this 2012 film was directed by Jim Wynorski and stars Rip Hillis, Terry Ivins, and Michael Madsen, among others, of course. The story of this movie is that there's this giant snake, this anaconda snake in the, foothills of Hawaii, and it's not only just a regular one, but it's a special one because it has the head of a piranha, so it's got all these sharp teeth and stuff, but it's just a combination animal. And then our main story follows this movie crew as they're trying to film a movie in Hawaii, and then they get captured by these mercenaries and they're going to be held hostage, but there's also the PIRANHACONDA kind of picking off everyone as well. What will happen though? Will they be able to escape Hawaii to, go to somewhere safe? Well, for that, you gotta watch the movie and find out. Alright, so let's discuss this movie. Well, with this one, it's just a silly movie, of course, with the PIRANHACONDA. And I would say the PIRANHACONDA is probably the best part of the whole movie, and it has lots of screen time as well. About every 10 minutes it shows up, it slithers up to someone and, eats them. And so you always have that to look forward to. I would even say that's what you're watching it for, because the storyline is kind of, not particularly interesting, but the PIRANHACONDA is. So you just want to see it run around, eat people. And of course, there's lots of cannon fodder because it's showing up so much. So everything to do with the PIRANHACONDA, even the CGI, I would say, is decent. So yeah, it certainly works. Beyond that, it's a 2010s movie. And so they're going for kind of a certain audience at that time, certainly. And so they have lots of ladies running around in bikinis. And I don't know, I'm looking for good things to say about this one. They have a very handsome leading man as well, but his shirt always stays on somehow. And so yeah, certainly, watching it, you can enjoy other aspects of this movie as well. And that brings me to what kind of doesn't work with this movie. Well, with this one, the whole setup about them filming a movie and it's the actors on their downtime and then the mercenaries come along, it's all just kind of underwhelming and very cliche as well. Like everything, you've seen it before. You've seen people on a movie, having to experience elements of that movie. And with this one, it's all in there. It certainly is a little bit predictable that way as well. So the whole setup is certainly something you've seen before, but that's not what you're there for. You're there for the PIRANHACONDA, and it gives it that. It's just, sitting through the other parts. They're fine, I guess, but it's just something I've seen before. Also, the acting is either bad or corny, I would say, especially Michael Madsen with this one. He spends most of the movie sitting down. Like, he probably agreed to come there, but he's like, I'm not standing or whatever. And so once he sits down, that's it. He's down, right? For the rest of the movie, he's sitting on a chair or on a step or something like that. Then the other people there, I don't want to say they're terrible actors, but certainly the way they deliver the lines are very lackluster sometimes. Even the second line is just incredibly lackluster. I'll clip it in here for you.
Time to get your game face on, cowboy.
What's wrong, Professor?
So that's the type of stuff that you're going to see quite a bit in this movie. And yeah, it's just, kind of underwhelming overall that way. And so all of the human characters, it is what it is. Let's just say that. In addition, with the PIRANHACONDA, there's no reason for it. It's just in the woods. I was kind of looking forward to seeing them, track down a lab or find a scientist to figure out what's going on. But none of that is told to you. It's just in the woods. It's an evolutionary byproduct of this or that happens every 50 years or so. And you're just that's not really an explanation. And so that was just kind of disappointing. They don't even tell you why this thing exists, because certainly it's not, a natural thing that happens, right? So yeah, that was certainly a disappointment. And furthermore, why are there mercenaries in the forests of Hawaii? Is it just lawless over there? What's going on? That seemed like one of the more unbelievable aspects of it as well. Of course, the PIRANHACONDA is an unbelievable aspect, but that's more fanciful. With this one, they try to have a semblance of reality with some of these things. So yeah, it's just why? Why is any of this stuff happening? As for a recommendation, well, certainly monster movie fans can watch this one and be okay. After all, you're there for the PIRANHACONDA, and it's around quite a bit, so that's good. It's just a matter of seeing through all the human stuff. With this one, I did watch it on Tubi, so if you're looking for it, go over there and press play. As for a rating, well, it was interesting enough to watch the whole thing, so I'm going to give it the 3.4. And with that being said, I think that's all I wanted to say. So like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.